evening, Steve. Congratulations. I take it though you feel there's a fair few positive points to come out of the performance tonight as well.
Yeah, first of all, like I've just said to your colleagues downstairs, Nottingham Forest will always show respect. So congratulations to United and Newcastle as it goes. And good luck to them in the final. We know how hard it's been to get this far. So to go one step, deserve credit. But yeah, so listen, we're just obviously overall we're disappointed that we haven't got through because. That's when you get this far, you want to try and go one further. But in terms of getting through to the final, the damage was really done last week, and I couldn't say that too much before because there's a bit of a defeatist message, and we don't want to be that. That's not what we are. But the guys stuck to the plan tonight, and if we score the two clear-cut chances in the first half, or even one of them, then I think that it's a different game. So but that's us having to take them opportunities. We need to do better. There's no doubt about that. But I do think that we can take some belief and courage from how we stuck to the plan and nearly got the breakthrough in the first half, which like I said would have been different the longer the tie was going on and the scoreline was what it was. Things had to change a little bit, and that probably did affect our rhythm of our performance. And then they get the goal, which was on a turnover really, again from having decent ball at 3/4 away up the pitch. And then the tie was really done then after the first goal, and then they get the second one. But as always, we will look at the performance and what we thought was good. Certainly look at the things we need to improve on. Reflect and compare it back to how we want to be and try and help us move forward.
It seemed with your reaction to Emmanuel's chance in the first half, it was disbelief.
It hit Sam, I think, didn't it? It was going in, and I mean, listen, like I said, United over the two legs have been far better than us and deserving of getting through. But I did think that a couple of ricochets and things like that didn't go our way tonight. There was one even when Sam challenged right at the start of the first half, and he goes to the left straight to Varane rather than to the right, and would have put him in. So. But you've got to make your own luck at the same time, I guess.
It's the furthest the club's gone in the competition in 31 years, so I just wonder what kind of a stepping stone is it, but also what does it say about the mindset of the players as well, because you spoke about it.
Well, and I've just said that downstairs, we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that we've got to a semi-final, and how many clubs would have loved to have been on the stage that we've been on in the last two games. First time for over 30 years. I'm so pleased, although it hasn't gone our way, and that supporters have been able to walk up to a couple of stadiums and see their team in the semi-final for the first time, our younger generation. And listen, this time last year we were probably mid-table 10th in the Championship, trying to break into playoff places. So for us to be trying to compete in the Premier League now, and get to a semi-final of a major trophy in this country tells us that the club is on an upward projection, and we shouldn't lose sight of that. What we've got to do is work even harder every day to try and continue that, and obviously that starts again in preparation for Sunday.
Check one final thing. How happy are you with the business you did on the final day of the transfer window, and is there any chance that Andre Ayew could be joining the three signings?
I don't know about the latter. I've been since I did get some sleep last night in the end, and but then been preparing on tonight. So I'll pick up on all of the things we did yesterday, and anything else that may or may not happen later with Filippo, the sporting director, and we'll see from there. But as you can imagine, we've just been focused on trying to perform well tonight.
Steve, you picked. You've had a lot of rotation of players. You've got kind of forward momentum coming into these two semi-finals. You've gone up the league. Clearly, staying in the Premier League is by far the most important thing. Do you think with the new players, have you got to kind of repeat the process, or will it be easier this time? How do you see
I think a little bit, because we've also picked up injuries. And I don't want to contradict myself in what I'm going to say, but I try not to cry too much about that. But we have, you know, in terms of you look at how well Taiwo was playing for us, Morgan, Ryan Yates couldn't play tonight, and there was even a couple of lads on the bench that had picked up knocks that are starters normally and weren't ready to start tonight. Obviously the goalkeeper can't play, well, he's injured, but he couldn't play tonight anyway. So yeah, we would have hoped that we could have just added to what was going, and I don't mean in terms of players, but I mean in terms of building a team and trying to get a bit of momentum in our play. But these things happen with injuries, and at least now we've got enough people playing that are clear on the messages and are getting better than that themselves, and hopefully that can, you know, that can snowball to the new boys, and we can have a good sort of rhythm of tactical play that allows us to play well and win games. But yeah, it's a coaching challenge.
I mean, bringing a goalkeeper in the stature of Keylor Navas, does that suggest that Dean Henderson's issue might be longer term, because he's done very well for you?
Yeah. Yes and no. I think that maybe long enough to think about that we needed to have a goalkeeping department that can compete with Premier League games. But Dean's not like long term, and he's working very hard. And when he's available, then you know we'll see where we're at. But that is elite squad football, if you like. You know, where you've got competition for places, not just in goal but all over the pitch. And when we get some of our guys back from injury, we will have that, and I want that. It's a headache, of course, and there's always going to be a group of players that I won't be their favourite person in the world, but you know, I'd rather have that than you know have with respect, because I love the fact that we've given some young kids a chance tonight, and one's a debut, but you know we won't be able to do that in the Premier League. We've got to have a strong bench as well, and when we get some boys back, then which obviously is not the situation at the moment, we'll have a squad that hopefully can compete in the Premier League. But in the meantime, work with the players that you've got, try and get the best out of them, and see where it takes us.
Steve, you gave James Sancho a hug at the end.
Yeah.
A few words with him. I mean, what did you say to him, and how pleasing was it to see him back after everything he's been through the last few months?
Well, yeah, it's the first time I've seen him since. It's the first time I've seen him. I think it is. We speak fairly often, but it's the first time I've seen him properly since the World Cup in India, which was over 5 years ago. I can't believe that. So yeah, and we'll probably speak again now. But yeah, it's nice to see him. Nice to see him. What was said is between me and him, of course. But just I wish him well, like like all the players that I've worked with, and you know, and until they come up against us, I hope they do well.
Steve, just on that, it's quite a brave call from Ten Hag to take him out of the team for that long. It's been 3 months. Do you think a reset like that could have a positive?
I can't comment on that. I don't think it's right, and I wouldn't expect a manager to comment on a situation that I know not. You know, I don't know enough about it. What I do know is nice to see him, and. Not when he went on. I would have maybe liked him to have stayed off, and Rashford was with him, and Martial as well. That was great. But like I said before, high level, just want him to do well. You know, I want these young guys, and we're working with some really talented ones now ourselves at Forest. Just want to push them to be the best they can be, both on and off the pitch, and I wish that for Jayden as well.
Steve, just one final one. Did Brendan Johnson say anything about the incident with Garnacho? He seemed to react quite angrily to whatever was said, and then he went up to the ref to...
Yeah, no, I don't want to make comment on that.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, Sarah, go on.
Can I just check how Jesse is?
Yeah, he. I don't know completely, but he felt his Achilles in the warm-up, and it was a risk that that he or we couldn't really take. So. Yeah, we had to make. You know, it happens sometimes, doesn't it? You make a change in the warm-up. At least it was in the warm-up and not in the first 10 minutes. And Dennis came in. I thought he looked a real threat at times as well. And we were happy with his performance today. Brennan was his normal threat over the other side, so it didn't disrupt us too much. I thought they adapted quite well, but in terms of Jesse, we'll have to see over the next day or two. Thank you.
Thank you.